What's up you guys, After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Legends of Tomorrow. This is season 4, episode 13. Yeah. Last week's episode. Let's go through the comments. I really enjoyed the Sarah and Ava storyline in this episode. At first, when they fought, I was pretty upset that Ava said that she didn't care about the creatures. But this episode really gave some perspective. What I got was, it wasn't about the creatures. Ava just wanted the most important person in her life to be on her side, and she felt helpless when Sarah wasn't. Well, I mean, I don't know. Their argument was still kind of flimsy. She was just like, bring back the person to the cell or whatever. But she was like, no, you're not listening. Like, she just wasn't, Ava still wasn't listening. So that was kind of, I don't know. You ever think that maybe Sarah wanted someone on her side? I also think it's interesting to finally see the possibility of a real future with another person for Sarah, since we're so used to her just sleeping around and never really committing to anyone. Overall, I think the show has done a really good job of developing their relationship without changing the Sarah we all know and love. And it would be cool to see where it goes from here. I do agree with that. I think that, you know, they've done a pretty good job at their relationship. It never feels like it's tokenism, which is good. I appreciate that. You gotta admit, though, making a deal with the demon to open theme park that's populated with captured, fugitive, magical creatures, probably one of the most original character motivations ever conceived for any fictional character. I feel like I read that comment last week, did I not? Or something similar, I don't know. Funny how when Constantine, that's his name. Funny how when Constantine was first introduced into the Arrowverse, it was to retrieve Sarah's soul from purgatory / soul limbo. And now in this episode, he has to send her to such a place instead. My, how the tables have turned. No. My, how the turns have tabled. Oh man, when Niran said that he can bring back Damien and Dark's theme, a bit slowed down, played in the background, and then he called her Nora Doll, and Courtney's acting, that hurt me. I miss Damien. You know what? That really hurt me too. That made me almost believe, like, I thought that she wasn't going to, like she wasn't going to betray them. I thought it was an act the whole time, and then when she was like, you can bring my dad back? I was like, girl, you're killing me here. The parts of this episode were proper spooky. I love that Constantine brought back that stuff to the show. Time for Brandon to play something different. Yay! Yes, I'm very excited about that. One thing about it though, I thought about like 5 minutes after I hit stop recording, was it was a little bit on the nose with the like the whistling. Like, obviously that was the way that we figured out that it was not Ray, and it was Neron in Ray's body, right? But like, I think it would have been a little bit better if, like, the previous times that we've seen Neron, he was whistling, because otherwise they just brought it into this episode specifically for that moment, so you'd be able to recognize it, and I just think that's a little cheap. But I'm so excited for Ray to be able to, like, Ron and Ralph to be able to, you know, test his acting chops. Because I've only ever seen him play, like, a clean-cut dude. Like, he was Superman, and then he's been Ray. So, this is really exciting. I'm genuinely really excited about this. I'm curious if it's going to come across cringe, or if it's going to be really good. Sexy Ava in that dress looked great. I would have taken her off that shelf in no time. Really? I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I think Ava, as the way that she looks, I just think she's kind of mediocre looking. I don't know. Like, that might be a bit harsh, but like, there's like gorgeous. and then there's pretty, and then there's just like, alright, and then there's like ugly. But she's not ugly. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I just mean she's like mediocre looking. Like, if I was a guy or if I was into girls, I couldn't see myself being like, you're sexy, you know? To Ava. I don't know. Who would be... an example of who I think I'd be like that with. Maybe Laurel. I mean, Nina Dobrev. I absolutely have a girl crush on, Justice. Victoria Justice. She's too pretty for her own good. You know, probably Faith from Buffy. But if we're thinking strictly Arrowverse, interesting. I'm just thinking about this for a second. I don't know. I got a question for you guys. Who is like drop dead gorgeous to you in this Arrowverse? I'm curious. Who would you be like, yes, I will take you out? I'd like to know. I really hope I get a lot of responses, because I'm curious. Right, let's keep going. All the Ava-Lance relationship stuff was great. I liked Ava since her introduction in 301, but I know a lot of fans didn't. By this time, most of the fandom turned around on her. Hopefully this episode cemented their realness and legitimacy of her and Sarah's relationship to everyone. Talk of marriage and kids, living together for the next 50 years and all that. It's around this time I started to think that this could be a legit endgame, not like Riverdale bullshit endgame, but like Fitzsimmons type stuff. Oh yeah, fair enough. So I was rooting... What? So I was rooting two babies hard. Very, very hard. Okay, you lost me in the end there, but I do actually really like their relationship. Like I said, I feel like it's developed quite nicely, and it's not like, never really feels like tokenism, like, if you know what I mean by tokenism, like, displayed there just to have an LGBT relationship on screen. It feels really organic. I'm still not the hugest fan of Ava's character, but she has grown on me. But with how much time that she's had, like, screen time in comparison to someone like Ralph, who I actually, like, really enjoy on The Flash, I was kind of expecting to like her a lot more by now, but I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna take a little bit more time. I'm not saying I hate her, I'm just saying that she's slowly growing on me. Sorry. Yeah, so let's get into the episode.
Something was encased in the ice. It appears to be
gold.
Well, careful, sir.
Gold! An egg?
Whoa, smells like somebody hasn't showered since birds wore letters. That's a hieroglyphics joke.
Ha! Nice. Oh, buddy, don't talk with your mouth full, am I right?
Mummies are the biggest dummies. Hey, you big
That's
dummy
really
mummy.
awkward.
I mean, what the hell was that?
Mm-mm.
On it.
Yeah.
Why are you guys being so weird?
It's that awkward, huh?
Even the mummy thought it was awkward. Look, I mean, you like him, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know what the next step would be.
Oh, that's easy.
Telling
You just
him?
jump his bones.
What if I do that and it screws up our friendship?
He had a devilish sense of
Why have we
humor
put her
that I
back in
found
her cell?
irresistible. Are you okay? You look like you haven't slept in days.
Oh, I'm having weird dreams. How is she?
No improvements, but no setbacks.
So is
Any
he
news from Constantine?
completely him, or is
Well,
he
I'm sure he'll find a way
sleep
to bring
in
her
him?
back.
I want you to know that your life is going to be beautiful from now on.
See, I don't know. Yeah, okay, alright. So that is Ray speaking.
You're smothering? You're smothering?
That was a bit goofy. But I understand what they're going for there.
Ray! Oh. Wow, this place is a
Okay,
mess.
now Ray, you should immediately tell people.
Containment level bathroom is sort of my crying spot.
Not now, Gary.
Okay.
Give yourself to me freely. No. No, this conversation is over. You leave me no choice but to make you kill someone you love. What is happening?
Okay, you need to tell someone immediately.
Sorry. I'll be in the science doing lab. Nobody bother me or my hand.
Why would you not immediately tell someone?
An invitation for Rebecca Silver to reveal her identity at
Romanticon 2019 for $20,000.
Rebecca doesn't do cons.
Now, Mick, I realise that you don't like people knowing that you moonlight as a romance novelist, but...
Do I look like a romance novelist to you?
Oh, wait, listen, don't you get mad at me. Now, this is an easy score and we're gonna get that money.
Page 1. We'll have to wait.
Me.
Raymond, we got a legit Time Bros mission. What? Time Bros, that's us. Look, I got some stuff I'm doing here.
Right, you should really tell somebody.
You gotta imagine, it's something that has to do with me. Busy working on a vaccine for near.
For what?
Near.
Are you alright? I got it.
You do?
Ah, okay, so he just did try and tell.
I'm sitting here going on.
But he can't get it out.
I'm not
Okay.
Well, part of the cover story Sarah gave me and someone named Marion Ravenwood.
Wait. It says here I am Dr. Henry Jones Jr., professor of archaeology, expert in the occult, and how does one say this? Obtainer of rare antiquities. It's Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Sarah set us up.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't have got that.
All a setup to send us on the perfect date.
Romanticon. I don't think that's a thing, but alright, maybe I'm wrong.
Let's do this. Okay, page 1. Is this an audiobook?
They say your life...
Without further ado, I present you Gordon Gilchrist's Golden Mystery Egg. Now, Vincent.
Something's happening. I can feel my hand again.
Do you think he'd be able to stop this from him doing this as well?
It's spreading.
What are you doing to me, Dr. Palmer?
Gideon? Gideon? What? What are you...
I will be right over.
What? No, Gary. No, Gary.
How can I help?
He wants Constantine, not you, Gary.
We're crushing this mission, by the way. No classic Legends mishaps, and only one
Now that you've said that, though.
Nobody received blunt force traumas in the head.
Wait.
Booby traps.
This is gonna require one of us to squeeze through these tripwires.
Well, I don't know anything about her.
What are you talking about? They'd read her books, they'd read her letters.
Her letters? Do you answer your fan mail? I just thought all this was a big laugh at their expense.
Well, it's not.
I feel like Mick's gonna come out as the author by the end of this episode.
Careful.
Beep, beep, beep. No.
The hell? It's paper mache. It's all a setup.
No.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. It was a fake magicometer alert. Sarah concocted this whole thing.
The only thing that's missing? Nazis.
What did you do with the egg? The real
Really?
egg.
Oh, wow. She really went all out.
So, who do you guys think is the real killer? Because I have my theories. Oh my god, this can't be real.
Oh my gosh, why is your, like, what is that case?
Oh, you want to keep doing book club? Babe, we don't have to. We can just forget it.
You didn't read it.
I didn't read the book.
What?
Sorry.
Seriously?
Honestly, I usually just drink rosé and let Mona go on and use it as a mini vacay for my brain.
Well, it was actually a really good book.
Wait,
This is bad. This is very bad, and I don't know how to get it out.
Indigestion. I know just the spell. I'll have your pipes cleared out in no time. Let me just look it up.
Gary, you're such a
Good
dumbass.
thing it's not a demon, because if it was, you wouldn't be able to tell me. Why did you just stab yourself? I didn't. You're possessed. Yes! I can help.
There we go.
Sarah, drop the act. Nazis killing us with throwing daggers. Come on.
Listen to me. Look, I did purposely put the two of you on a mission together, but this is a real mission, not a game. Those are real Nazis.
Steal up.
Whoa!
You guys both have powers.
Sorry, Nate.
For what?
Yeah. There you go.
See, they took care of things on their own, and they were clearly about to hook up.
No, they weren't. Wait.
You owe me 20 bucks.
Nah.
You guys about to hook up?
It was definitely on the table.
See? Come on, I told you.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Nate, buddy, don't go back to the ship under any circumstances.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, just cleaning up a storm over here. I don't want you to trip and break your neck on the top floors. Okay, bye.
Okay, Gary, you
Okay,
should
that was
tell
weird,
somebody.
even for-
Ray?
Alright,
Remember, if
smart,
you kill a
Gary.
loved one, Neuron will take over.
Oh, well, here's the thing, Gary. I like you, but
Oh. Yeah. Always the butt of the joke.
Gary,
Yeah.
it's not like that.
It is like that, Gary. No one appreciates you. They all think you're a fool that they can use whenever it's convenient for them. But I respect you. And I see
Gary
your
should really
potential.
tell somebody.
Rebecca, in Heat Waves, who is the unnamed villain who's stalking Rima?
Charlie?
What is...
You're the real Rebecca Silver, huh?
Hi. Yes, I mean, that is what I have embroidered on my satin pillowcases.
Okay, then. I have a question about your
You would
novel,
get in trouble for this.
Rawhide. That is not a metaphor. She really did it, and she died because of it. The real Rebecca Silver would know.
I am the
I recognize this lady, by the way, because
Yeah,
she's
I
in
have tea
a
with
recent
lemon.
Supernatural
I have a
episode
really small
that I
dog.
uploaded.
You're a fraud.
Go to hell, you stinking mouth breathers!
Where's the real Rebecca?
Where's the real Rebecca?
Okay, Mona. It's kind of annoying.
Give me that. It's connection. Human connection. I am Rebecca Silver.
You are Rebecca.
You're just gonna believe
I'd
that?
recognize that wisdom anywhere.
I feel like they could have done that better, but whatever. Nah.
No, it's all right, love. It's all right. He's gone. You did it.
No.
He's gone.
He has Ray.
She knows.
You should leave. You can't let me get near her.
Ray, what are you saying? What's near? Somebody's nearby?
No.
Come on, put it together, Nate.
Not so fast.
Finally. The egg is ours.
Yeah, man, these guys.
I mean, is it? It's on the ground.
You have to leave.
I won't leave you, buddy.
Okay, you got possessed by Neuron. You have to go.
Yes.
Okay, I give up. I give up. You hear me, Neuron? I give up. Spare Nate, and I'll let you have me. Deal.
Yeah, don't make a deal with the guy that... No, don't make a deal with him, because he'll go back on that deal. He did that with Dean too.
A promise is a promise.
I guess he said that the deal was a deal. How has that egg not been smashed though? I guess it's made out of gold. Is gold smash easy?
See them whip skills?
Yeah, it gave me an idea for date night.
Yikes. So what happened with Gary then?
That one's from... Yeah, we'll go and get my steam trunk and we can exercise this demon right now.
Oh no.
Oh, don't accept anything from him, Gary.
Oh, his nipple. Really? That's what they meant by hole?
It belongs to you, Gary.
Come on, Gary, think about what you're doing, all right? Don't give in to his temptation. I'm tired of being a doormat.
Then don't be a doormat.
Gary, no!
Why are you scared to make a move on Nate?
I think we spent too many days on like, sorry, too many episodes on. Will she make a move? Will he make a move?
Neurons got him.
Nora Dark, I am asking you to face another demon. But this time, I'm asking you to face it as a member of the Time Bureau.
I'm here for this.
You know how I never let anyone know what I'm really feeling?
It's kind of your thing. I feel the same.
There's a golden goose coming out of the thing.
I believe, Dr. Hayward, it's a dragon egg.
Oh, okay. Someone called Daenerys! Alrighty-o. Well that was Legends of Tomorrow, Season 4, Episode 13. You know, like, I feel like I would have liked to have seen more Rey being evil, but I guess we're gonna probably get that next episode. Because this was more of a I'm trying to resist episode, which is alright. I guess Gary's having his, like, crisis of, I don't know. So we're dealing with a dragon egg. Okay. Thought Ava and Sarah were sweet this episode. Mona was annoying. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. That's about it. Oh, I love Nora, by the way. She's now one of my favorites. I don't know what it is. What can I say? I don't know how she did it. I'm a sucker for a redemption story arc. Like, I'm a sucker for that shit. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.